As soon as they entered, they were shown to a table, despite 6 couples waiting. They were seated by a window that overlooked the ocean's waves crashing onto shore. The view was spectacular. Angie noticed the only bright color in the large dining room was the orange curtains tied back with aqua rope. The waitstaff was all men. One dark-haired, mustached young man quickly approached their table. "Good evening, I'm Jerry." "Hi, Jerry," Angie said. "I wait tables too." "Oh, nice. Would you like something to drink?" Jerry hustled along, not taking time for small chat. "Well, yes, a glass of iced tea." "Don't you want a real drink?" Josh asked her. "No, I want iced tea." "I'll have a vodka martini, dry, rocks, and 2 olives," Josh said to the server. They looked at the menu the young man had left for each of them. Josh looked seriously at her from across the table. "What looks good to you? Anything you want, order it." I was thinking the tuna steak," she said. It wasn't the most expensive item on the menu, but it wasn't the cheapest either. Josh smiled. "A woman after my heart. I love tuna too. I'll have the same." The waiter returned with their drinks and took the order for 2 medium-rare tuna steaks. "How's the job?" he asked. "Better. I've gotten used to it." "What about that man harassing you?" "Brian talked to him today and told him to leave me alone or he'd be asked not to come back," she said, placing her napkin in her lap. "Good. But that was after James tried to get me into his car when I was walking home." Josh's jaws noticeably tightened in reaction. "Fortunately, 2 bikers I'd waited on came to my rescue. James left and they walked me the rest of the way home." Angie looked at him, expecting Josh to be pleased to hear everything worked out. But Angie could see that he was agitated. "You tell me if he comes back and I'll take care of it," he said sternly. "I'm serious." Angie's eyes widened over his statement. "It's nothing to be concerned about. It's handled." "And if it's not, let me know," he said. Angie gave him a little smile and changed the subject. "How was your trip?" "Busy and stressful at times." "Oh, why?" "I hate flying. I hate airports, the crowds. It gets annoying." "Oh, I love to fly." "Not me. And dealing with people in business, that's stressful. I'd rather be with you." He took a sip of his drink, looking across the table, and then gave her a big smile. When he did, the dimples in both cheeks flashed out. "That's sweet. So now you are." She took a sip of her iced tea. Josh raised his glass toward her. "A toast to the most beautiful woman in the room." Angie touched his glass with hers and smiled. "You do heap on the compliments." It wasn't that she didn't like being complimented. He just laid it on extra thick. "Only to deserving people." "How was business, besides being stressful?" Angie asked. "I deal with jerks. Some are scumbags," he said, pricking the side of his tuna with a fork. Angie blinked at the word scumbag. "Really? How so?" Josh seemed to catch himself, realizing he was saying too much. He smiled at Angie as he took a bite of tuna. "Oh, you know, some people are overbearing, maybe not as honest as others, try to con you, and I have to clean up the mess." "I see." But Angie didn't have a clue what he meant. "What mess?" Josh sighed as he thought what to say next. Angie could tell. "When someone makes a mess of business, I have to go in and straighten it out. People don't like that." "Of course." "So I think those people are scumbags, jerks, lowlifes." "Okay." It really wasn't okay that he had such a bad opinion of people, but she had to say something. "How's the tuna?" he asked. "Fantastic. I love it." "Good." Josh smiled at Angie again. As she took a sip of her iced tea, Angie noticed a storm brewing out in the ocean. Bursts of lightning sparked and then died. Such a pretty sight. This should have been the perfect evening, the beginning of 2 people getting to know each other. But everything changed after this.